Keep coming in. We hit 1,000 finally. Appreciate the love, man. We got 1.4. Drop, we gonna keep dropping. More posts, more everything. Appreciate the love. Keep it like that.
Just a few
We're gonna hop into this one right now.
miles from the Golden Gate Bridge or Lombard Street, you'll end up in one of the world's biggest open-air drug markets.
Ooh, the Tenderloin. Bruh, I ain't gonna lie. Going down that Tenderloin, you gonna have to watch it. You gonna have to watch where you step. It's needles. It's the whole street, like, bro, like, look, like the street. This the sidewalk. You gotta walk on the street. This the street. This the sidewalk. You gotta walk on the street because the whole block's filled with people laying down, people doing needles, people doing drugs, people doing all that. It's crazy. Like bro, just let me show you. Hold on. Bet lean. That lean is real in San Francisco. He's talking about the worst blocks in San Francisco. It's real.
You can spend $2 and get high for 4 hours.
Yeah.
This is the largest open-air drug market.
Been like this 70 years.
This is the Tenderloin, a notorious neighborhood right in the heart of San Francisco's downtown.
Knew he
We
didn't have
went
to
there
say the
to
Tenderloin. I knew he was
explore
talking
streets
about it.
and learn how it got this way. What we saw and learned amazed us at almost every turn.
Opioid abuse in the United States is at epidemic levels.
This epidemic is a national health emergency.
We've only been out here with the fire department for about 10 minutes. This is already the second call out of the day for overdose.
Opioids. The scale of the
Everywhere in San
opioid
Francisco.
epidemic in the U.S. is difficult to fathom. Last year, fentanyl was the leading cause of death for Americans ages 18 to 45. And since 1999, opioids have killed more Americans.
That fatty. Put people down. Not fatty. Say not to a fatty.
Than World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, and Iraq War combined. And the Tenderloin in San Francisco is one of the epidemic's deadliest battlefields.
I'm surprised you guys are here.
Really?
You guys are white. Yeah. I was like, that must be Max. He looks like a effing Max. You guys are not from here.
No.
Like right here, this is the hood. I would recommend if you guys are actually just visiting, stay away from, this is called the Tenderloin.
Yeah.
Because noobs are pretty much just fresh meat.
I've never been anywhere in the country, none of the hoods we've been to, where people have been so hostile to cameras. I think everyone's sensitive to all the YouTubers
I don't
who come
go
here
down
and
there
make
and record
content.
it.
Everyone we've
But
got
I record them when they do dumb shit all the time.
Why do you have a camera? What are you recording for? Still want to have conversation, see if it's improving, but so far not a great start. So we're making a video on this neighborhood. Can we interview you?
I've already been on cops.
You've been on that?
I mean, I've lived here for 15
But this is
years.
San
I've lived in
Francisco.
San Francisco for 50. Where are you from? What organization are you with? And you're not a Trump or a conservative organization in any way?
Not at all.
What do you want to do? Interview me?
We interview people all over. We want
Listen, he lives in San Francisco. By all this, he asking him questions. He live in San Francisco. Liberal. He gotta ask you Trump, this, that, and the third, bro. You can't just answer a question and just be normal about it. That's what the world we in today. He don't want to get canceled. That's all he's scared of, man. You just want to just answer the question.
to know how it's changed. We want to know if what the media shows about this place is accurate.
Well, I moved here in '77 after I graduated from college. I'm gay, so you know this was
Okay,
kind
that
of the
makes
place
sense.
to go. I bought a house for $72,000.
I'm sure
Plug.
that $72,000 home you bought is worth a lot more now.
2.4 million.
30x.
And I came to the Tenderloin in 2008 after I had a personal tragedy. That's how I ended up in this neighborhood. I've always heard about the Tenderloin, right? We all knew about this is Pill Hill. That is
Pill
Pill
Hill,
Hill I
yep.
just walked down. It's called that because that's where you could get pills. It's all changed specifically since COVID and
Yeah,
all the fentanyl and all that.
COVID, like, it was manageable. I'm not even gonna say manageable. It was doable, like livable, like turn-eyeable, like look the other wayable. But after COVID, everywhere, everything is just shit.
So the whole neighborhood has gotten much worse. This does not represent what's going on in San Francisco, and that's what I think the media really portrays. Like, it's all this.
Right.
And this is like a containment zone.
It is
And
really like containment.
This does not at all represent San Francisco.
Go to Cayman Ridge, bro. That's all that's like.
They don't publicize. In
So-
St. Louis, they do it, but they don't publicize. They hide it.
Yeah.
The cops have to go looking for me.
Yeah.
These guys, they do it right in front of the cops. They don't care.
Right on the block, right on the curb.
Just taking them out.
Do you know people who died of it?
Yeah. Got 2 friends died.
So how long have you lived in this area?
Said I only been home close to 2 years. I just did 39 in prison for prison murder.
39
As a
years.
young man that understands life himself. I thought everything was owed to me and I had a big old chip on my foot. So you can sit up here and try to build the infrastructure up.
Yeah.
You know, what they say, re-beautify San Francisco,
all
bring
that
it back to
time.
prominence.
Bring it back. Do you think it's coming back?
Respectfully, that's up and down. Some people's situations are, after COVID, you know, financial situations,
Yeah.
hardships, or sometimes they just self-medicated to try to get out of the way. So if you're on opiates and you, from a medical injury that you had sustained,
Yeah.
taking care of your country, and they don't wing you off,
Yeah.
you automatically coming out here to sit up here and supplement that situation.
What's the biggest reason people start to live on the streets?
Not just drugs. You got people got disenfranchised after COVID.
Yeah.
You know, they lost businesses. You got people actually with business owners.
You
And they just
business
didn't
owners
recoup.
out there.
Yeah, they just didn't recoup.
COVID was devastating for San Francisco, but the problem started before COVID in 2018, going to 2020.
There were more opioid overdoses in San Francisco than COVID deaths in 2020.
Accidental overdose deaths continue on the rise in San Francisco for the 3rd month in a row, with 59 people dying in January.
By the way, if you're enjoying this deep dive on the Tenderloin, please make sure to subscribe. We go to places all across the country and world to capture them as they are, without bias or fear. You know, the mayor of the who was homeless himself for years, and now he is known as the mayor of the Tenderloin, and he helps other people with addiction. He worked his way out.
People think the open air drug scene in the Tenderloin is Tenderloin resident. These are people coming in because the drugs are so
From other
plentiful,
people.
so cheap.
From
and
other
there's no
cities and other
enforcement.
states.
Why wouldn't you come here? You can spend $2 and get high for 4 hours.
I had a friend of mine that I met when I was homeless. He said one day he was at home in like Ohio doing a Google search on where the largest open air drug market was. It turned out to be the Tenderloin, and like he said, a week later he had a plane ticket. He's still out here, and this was like 12 years ago.
We found the perfect guy to tell us about the Tenderloin's history and reveal if it's improving at all. Why do they call you the mayor of the Tenderloin?
Mayor Lee sent me to Washington to represent the city of San Francisco because he couldn't go. So I had all the mayor of San Francisco credentials on me. I spoke at the White House to the Obamas. He also gave me his city credit card.
Wow.
So I blew that credit card. I mean, I used that credit card, bro. I had room service all day and all night. The city controller called me and said, what the hell did you do? Why'd you spend all that money? I said, because I'm the mayor of San Francisco. And he said, no, you're the mayor of the Tenderloin.
So why is it called the Tenderloin?
He spent all day. The mayor gave him his credit card. He started spinning out of it. The mayor Tenderloin.
So why is it called the Tenderloin?
Well, this ironically you asked right here because this is the corner where the name started. Underneath this ground here was a butcher shop. And the reason why a butcher shop would be underneath ground because they didn't have refrigeration back in the day. So it's 30 degrees cooler down there than up here. The hotels all over the city came down here to get to Tenderloin. Now there's other versions of the reason why, but I did years of research before I started my tours. And that's the most believable one.
Well, I saw some online that said it was because of the cops.
Yeah, but that's a nationwide thing. That they use that word all over the nation.
Yeah.
Chicago, Philly,
New York.
Austin, New York.
Yeah.
Hey man, how you doing? Good.
How you doing? This
Let me
is.
show you a little bit.
Hey.
Let me tell you, he and I go back 30 years in the team.
How you doing? What's it like running a business here?
It's tough.
Tough? Why is it tough?
Also for the homeless people. We're losing a lot of money.
You are?
No tourism.
No tourism.
I've been here.
Warfield, that's the hotel.
This city never down. How is like scary. Like this plant.
Yes.
They put it, but they put in the sitting bench with that. Now the everyday smoke
The street furniture just made it worse. If you're gonna put a planter here, you need to maintain it every day. Don't just put it there and forget it.
So this is an example of the city trying to help the neighborhood, but it's not really helping because you're a business owner, and it turns out that this furniture just becomes.
I grew up in San Francisco, and this is what it looks like, bro. And they could do so much better.
You're looking at this. They wouldn't have been there for that.
Look at the plant. How much that's cost?
They stripped it. That was a tree a week ago. That was a full plant. And
No way.
Well, oh no, that was an 8-foot tall plant a week ago.
They do curve it?
Yeah.
Well.
You can't sleep on it.
No, they managed to do it though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've seen some people dozing off right now. People openly shot up next to us. We walked over needles and feces on every street, and cops drove by without us.
What?
We walked over needles
That blood?
and feces on every street, and cops drove by without stopping.
Our police department, they are 9 to 5. They go home at 5 o'clock, as if crime stops at 5 o'clock. Crime starts at 5 o'clock. They got their Starbucks, and their eyes are straight in the car, and you could, hey, hey, hey. They won't even look. And I agree with, they weren't hired to do this. If you take those new cars away, I could close my eyes, open my eyes, I wouldn't know if it's now or 1985.
So it's been like this?
Yeah, been like this 70 years.
Vice Squad officers Dave Robinson and Bob Brodnick are cruising San Francisco's Tenderloin, looking for heroin addicts, looking to pick them up. The program is not designed to deal with why addicts use heroin or to encourage them to quit. It is simply an attempt to chase them out of town.
I mean, give me credit when I find one. You know, sometimes you get over, sometimes I do. Bing y'all.
So I'm a little different than some of the activists or community leaders. I think we need high-end housing to integrate with our low-end housing.
Some people would call that gentrification.
Yeah, well, we don't worry about gentrification down here because we don't allow displacement. Displacement has to be part of gentrification, or else it's not gentrification. If you don't displace somebody, you're just urban renewal. I ain't got no problem with that. But if you're going to displace somebody, then I got a problem with you.
Only in Kensington, Philadelphia have we seen an open-air drug market like this one. But Dell says this is not new. He says Tenderloin has always been a center of vice.
We have one of the biggest naval bases in the United States right here. There will be 70, 100, 200 ships in our bay of people that's been out on the open 6 months, 9 months, getting paid and not being able to spend any money. They would get out their boat because the records is too long. We offer everything we didn't get on their boat, we have it. I sell it, we spend everything they had. It didn't matter. They were going back on the boat tomorrow and they didn't need any money for another 6 months. So they would have a good time and we gave them a good time. This block here was all person's son can't manage because their daddy's got a pipe in his mouth. I almost want to say thank God they passed away because now they're not in that addiction no more. And they're at peace with themselves. They're not killing themselves every day. Every time you put that pipe in your mouth, you risk it. Because every time I put that pipe in my mouth, I didn't know if this was going to be my last hit or not.
Yeah.
I didn't care. That means I was suicidal.
Yeah.
Amid all the suffering, all the hardship, all the dystopia.
When you forget about consequences, that's when it truly becomes an addiction. When you don't care for the consequences.
In scenes we encountered, the
Mental
people
health,
on
man.
the ground gave us hope.
It's a wonderful day.
It's a wonderful day.
Tell me how long you've been down here.
Oh, about 30 years now.
30 years.
Yeah.
How's it changed here?
Oh, love drastically, but it's getting a little better now.
It's getting a little better now?
Yeah, now that they're cleaning up everything, it's getting a whole lot better.
I love it. What can they do better?
Well, they can get these people some housing.
Some housing?
Yeah, that's what they can do. Get these people off the street with some housing.
What's your name?
Lucille.
All right, Lucille, have a nice day. There are so many fighting to see this. You literally did yours stand south? How did that happen? Can you call it? And so this is one street that they all lived on in that area.
We don't know what they're going through. When we see somebody on the ground, we don't know what they did the day before. We don't know what happened the night before. They could have got beat up. They could have anything could happen. So I approach with respect and kindness so that they have an understanding that I'm not there to hurt you. I'm not there to make their life any more difficult than it's already. I'm there to tolerate because if I can't offer nothing or I can't do anything, at least when I walk away, I can say he had a moment where it wasn't bad.
First deposit is a really organization. I've been out for 50 years and our mission is to homeless veterans, prevent homelessness, and provide all those wraparound services that get that work done. I didn't want to, I was being, no, I don't need to be I was not So I said one day, I just kind of picked up myself and like, oh, bring your head down, right here. This is where you need to be.
So you ended up here and then got hired.
Yeah, I didn't think that was a good thing. You told me like 2 years ago I'd be working here, but
yeah.
But here I am.
I'm in the process of housing for my dad.
With Miss Lawrence or the What do you think of that?
Oh, lovely. You get service. You gotta ask.
Then you have individuals
Gotta
like
ask.
Oz.
You always have to ask if you need help, man. That's still something I'm struggling with too. You gotta ask if you need help. That's what it is sometimes, man. Boy or girl. That's what it is.
Zelina, who opened up her Malaysian restaurant in the Tenderloin, and it's rated top 25 by the New York Times in the country.
So, listen, I have guests that will fly in from Europe. I have royalties that come here and just to eat, because we change our menu every month. They come, eat, and fly back. So we can't change that optics out front. We gotta keep the street clean. So then they see that transformation. So each time they come, they tell me, it looks better now. Oh my gosh, it looks better than the last month that we came. So it's a slow moving thing. You want to move.
Change don't happen overnight, man. Change does not. It might take weeks, years, months, decades, but you just gotta be all for it. Positive for positivity. Mind is powerful.
A piece of pebbles, not rock.
And of course you have Del.
Look at him. We might be looking at him like, fuck, bum on the street or whatever it is, but this nigga be, he probably just chilling, listening to music, about to hop on the scooter and go grab him a sandwich and go back to his kid and be smooth. Not worry about nothing. He just taking a break.
Not rock.
From the music.
And of course you have Del and Dennis, who run Code Tenderloin and used to be on the streets themselves. They are living examples of how lives can change. Could you share a little more about your story, Del?
Yeah, what do you want to know about it?
How you fell on hard times, you ended up on the street, you were an addict, and then you're...
No, so it didn't, chronologically, it didn't go like that. I didn't fall on hard times until I came on the street. I was a prosperous businessman, but then I took that first hit. And that changed my economics, my health, my mental health, my family coordination. So it almost become...
Just one hit, bro. That's why you don't do that, bro. Mental awareness, mental health. It just took him one hit to ruin everything. He was a prospering businessman. Just took one.
What becomes first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah.
And with me, it was egg.
I was homeless on the streets of the Tenderloin for about 3.5 years. I would wait in line for food. They served 3,000 meals a day here. I joined the military, and somehow I ended up in San Francisco. I went to the Academy of Art College, got a degree in illustration, and somehow through my travels, I just tried crack cocaine one time. It's a gradual process. I was able to hold down a job. I was able to keep it together until I just didn't care anymore, and it was like more important to get money for actual drugs than it was to, like, you know, for paying rent. And I'd love to hear it. This was just amazing. It was like, I had friends out here that lived on the street. I actually overdosed 5 times in December of 2020, and my first initial reaction was not, maybe I should stop. I was mad that it, like, screwed off my high. One day I met someone at the elevator, and she just said, did you ever think about getting clean? And I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
She's like, getting clean, like, you know, getting off drugs. And I was like, what? No. And it took a year from the time I wanted to stop until I actually did stop.
There's 75,000 people on the streets in the Tenderloin using drugs right now. Let's go get them taken care of. No, you go get 5 today, and then you go get 5 tomorrow. You go get 5 the next day. Eventually your numbers will catch up. You can't go out there and deal with 75,000 people today. And that's what
just
you
grab
think you
one,
do.
2.
You're giving 1% of services to the 75,000 people. Where if you do the 5, you'll give 100% to each 5. And you got a good chance those 5 will never be back in your system.
Bro, that's hitting home, but everything they speaking is facts, bro. Grab 5. So they could get 100% of the rewards, bro, of the help. Instead of grabbing 750,000 and giving 1% out to 750,000. That shit's powerful, man. Feel it. But nah, I'm from San Francisco. Grew up and lived in there, man. It's tough. But let's get better. It's gonna be always smooth, man. I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna be the mayor. I'm gonna be the one to make San Francisco great again. I'm gonna be the mayor.